You know, in the world of literature, you get characters that just kind of fade. And then you get characters that show up like a full-blown hurricane. Today, we're diving deep into one of the hurricanes, the one and only Babushka from Dostoevsky's The Gambler. She is an absolute force of nature, and we're about to see exactly why.
I mean, listen to this description. The only character who is gloriously, terrifyingly alive. Now think about that. In a novel that's just jam-packed with desperate, passionate people, that is a heck of a claim. So who is this woman? Who is this person who just walks in and flips the entire story on its head?
Okay, so her name is Antonida Vasilievna Tarasevicheva, and she doesn't just arrive, she erupts. Picture this, she's 75. Everyone back in Moscow thinks she's practically on her deathbed, half paralyzed, and then boom, she shows up in this fancy German spa town, Roulettenburg, with a whole entourage and a fortune she is absolutely itching to burn through.
And right away, you see this incredible contrast. The whole casino world is so polished on the surface, right? But it's filled with these anxious, scheming, calculating people. Babushka, she's the total opposite. We're talking pure, raw energy. She doesn't waste time scheming, she just acts.
And that energy, well, it fuels a personality that's nothing short of an emotional volcano. You just know instantly, this is a woman who has lived her entire life completely, 100% on her own terms.
Her emotional range is just staggering. 1 minute, she's this imperious, terrifying matriarch, barking orders and insulting literally everyone in sight. And then, the very next moment, she's like a wide-eyed kid, totally captivated by the spin of the roulette wheel or just weeping over some long-lost memory. It's this incredible whirlwind of moods. She'll insult a general without batting an eye, and then, bam, she's overcome with this deep tenderness. But here's the thing. This isn't confusion or senility. Oh no. It's something way more powerful. It's the final, defiant roar of a personality that absolutely refuses to be tamed.
So, you have to ask, right? What's really going on here? What is the engine that's driving all of this magnificent chaos?
Well, if you look at it psychologically, she's basically a walking battleground. It's that fundamental conflict between the life drive, what Freud called eros, and the death drive, thanatos. She is the living embodiment of life refusing to go quietly.
In Freudian terms, she is the triumphant id. You know, that's the part of our psyche that's all about pure, instinctual desire. It doesn't care about rules or consequences or what anyone thinks. It just wants. And that is Babushka in a nutshell. And when you put her next to everyone else, the difference is just stark. You've got Alexei, the narrator, constantly calculating. You've got the general groveling for money. And then there's Granny. She just wants. Her desire is pure, it's powerful, and it is completely unfiltered. And this all-or-nothing spirit, at first, it totally pays off. She sits down at the table's end, almost by sheer force of will, wins an absolutely massive sum of money, a fortune. And then what happens? She loses it all, every single franc. But, and this is the most important part, she laughs. She laughs when she wins, and she laughs when she loses. It's all just one big, magnificent game to her, and she has this glorious contempt for the consequences.
Her total indifference to winning or losing, it points to something much, much deeper. She's more than just a character. She's a powerful symbol, what our source material calls an avenging angel of authenticity.
Dostoevsky basically channels what he saw as the true Russian spirit, Holy Russia, into her. It's passionate, it's raw, maybe even a little barbaric, but it is bursting with this uncontrollable life. And she just unleashes this tidal wave on the sterile, artificial, Frenchified world of the casino. It's a culture clash inside a single person.
I love this image because it captures her power so perfectly. From what should be a position of weakness, an old woman in a wheelchair, she completely commands the room. That chair isn't a sign of being fragile, it's her throne.
And here's the crucial distinction. Unlike the narrator, Alexei, who becomes a real gambling addict, a slave to the wheel, Babushka never does. She plays, she gets bored, and she leaves. Her real addiction isn't winning, it's the absolute, total freedom to do whatever the hell she wants.
So why are we still talking about this 19th century character? Why does she feel so alive, so relevant? What does she have to say to us right here, right now?
I mean, it really makes you think, doesn't it? What would you do? What choices would you make if you could just completely turn off that little voice in your head that worries about what people think, about being respectable? That is the electrifying fantasy she represents.
We all know someone like this, or at least we wish we did. You know, that grandmother who tells off the rude waiter, the aunt who's the first and last one on the dance floor at a wedding, that person who goes to Vegas just 'cause why not? That's the babushka spirit. It's the fantasy of living life completely without a filter.
In our world today, where we so often prize being cautious and quiet, her loud, chaotic, vibrant refusal to just fade away feels, well, it feels scandalous. And yet, at the same time, it's so enviable.
And this brings us to a really challenging idea. We tend to think dignity means being proper, quiet, well-behaved, decorum. Babushka just grabs that idea and turns it completely on its head.
And that's the question I want to leave you with. Is real dignity found in following the rules and meeting everyone's expectations? Or is there a deeper, more powerful kind of dignity in defiance, in being unapologetically, gloriously, and yes, terrifyingly alive right up until the very end?